Okay, so I'm going to do it with the intro to start off. This is Tidbits and Randomness. I'm your host, as usual, Winston Dean. As every episode, I have two new guests with me. I have Maggie Mayfield.
Hi.
And Brian Macduffee.
Sorry, I thought that was Maggie.
I was actually on their podcast about a month ago where they have sex topics. How's that going for you with that podcast and everything?
Sex, like how's there's a
sex and dating. Sex and dating. It's not just all about sex.
Hopefully dating before sex, do it right.
Does it really? Does it really?
Go to church.
It's 2024. It doesn't really. If you want to just fuck, just fuck.
You're trying to test drive.
As we open this with the field.
Responsibly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the dating app Field. Yeah. You just downloaded it, right?
Oh God, yeah, I did. We'll
okay.
Yeah,
let me know how it goes.
We have to for our podcast. We got to try them all out.
Yeah, we'll check back in 2 months.
Yeah, and if I gotta, bang some fucking old tush for the pod, I guess I will,
It'll definitely be offered at some point while you're on there.
Don't threaten Brian with a good time.
$45 or maybe a couple tacos.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I need to find like a sugar mama. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's the dream.
To be able
Would
to
you love to have a sugar daddy?
To do that.
I'd take a sugar mama at this point. I don't
Somebody please pay me. Please.
Help me.
Pay me for my company. Okay.
Now we're kind of talking about something here. Now I'm a little curious. So if a lady offered you money, would you be a pillow princess? Would you let her go down?
Oh, I'd be a pillow princess with anybody that had money. A pillow princess is easy.
Wait, just if they had money, they don't have to give you much. Just if they had it?
No, I want it.
Okay.
But like the work part, that's the.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of work.
I don't know. Like being with a lady freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah. Have you ever
like, do you share clothes? I don't know.
Okay.
If she's skinnier than me, I couldn't handle it.
Are you bisexual or just straight or?
Oh, she's straight.
I'm straight.
Okay.
Yeah. I've tried, but it's like.
It's just not for you. Okay.
Yeah. I tried twice. Okay. I gave it the good old college try.
No. Yeah. That's more than I've done. I'm straight, but I've never tried, so I can't really for sure. I'm pretty sure, but I've never tried, so I can't definitively.
I imagine it's almost too smooth with two women, It's like the skin is almost too soft. You need a little
soft and supple,
like a little humph,
You're assuming that all guys have like earth to them. Like a lot of guys have soft and supple skin as well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
World War III. Get ready.
Again, it's 2024
here.
Yeah. Okay, so I know you do music. Okay, but by the way, to start off, we do the first half of the show. We do random topics for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to go into 2 random topics each on the second half of the show.
Oh.
So we're going to kick it off with the first random topic, okay? And that is talking about what just happened, the Grammys. We're just going to talk about some stuff that happened at the Grammys.
That's my topic. That was one of them I picked.
Oh, damn. Well, you're going to have to just, while we're here, just in the back of your head, think about a different topic.
That's fine.
So, first off,
hey, Brandon, will you pull up the Grammys real quick?
Just in general, the whole Grammys.
And just turn it on so I can watch some of it while they talk.
Did you guys watch the Tracy Chapman performance?
No.
It was really good. That was amazing. Honestly, I love that song, Fast Car. You know the song, Fast Car, right?
Yeah.
We all know
I think we talked about this on our pod, and I can't stop thinking about it because, and I'm going to tell you why, because I fucking hate that song.
I mean, it's a really sad song.
I love that you love it so much. I hated it in the 90s, and I was like, it's cool that they're bringing it back now, and I liked it for a minute, and now I fucking hate it again.
We are less than 4 minutes in, and we got controversial takes.
I love that you love it, and every time it comes on, I think about it.
America, okay? Did you see there wasn't a dry eye in that bitch, all right? It's a beautiful song.
But I love that you love it, that you came on and you were so passionate about it, and I know that there's like a big behind story for you.
No, it holds a place in my personal life, but that being said, it's a beautiful song, just the lyrics and everything.
I also just said the words, I think about you every time it comes on, and he's just like every time. That song is like #1 on the country charts right now.
I don't listen to country,
but it comes on every 90 minutes on the radio.
So you're thinking about me all the time.
You're welcome.
What can I say?
That's what I just said. He's
Hell yeah, no, totally over the head. Yeah. But I mean, it's also not great to be associated with one of the saddest songs in history. Also,
do you have a fast car?
I mean, I have a Hyundai Kona, which I don't think I've ever seen another Hyundai Kona on the road.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was until I got one.
I thought they only sold those in Korea.
No, bro. So they put it like this.
Specialty car. It was small, only fits through alleys.
So I drive for Lyft, and so I got the rental through them, right? And I've had it since December 27th. I've only seen one other Hyundai Kona on the road, and it was also somebody that was renting through Lyft. So
is it new? Is it a new car?
I
imagine it being like.
Do you guys do that thing where you have a bug or a motorcycle, and you're like, "What's up?"
Yeah, I mean, I tried to wave them down, but they weren't having it.
I feel like now when I'm driving, I'm gonna be looking for these things.
Kona.
A Kona.
They're rare. I'm telling you right now.
It wasn't a car until 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not that many of them. I'm telling you right now.
Hyundai. Hey, guess what? Korea.
Also,
Isn't Kona like Hawaii? It's like
I think it's like it sounds more Hawaiian than it does.
Yeah, it just sounds Hawaiian.
No, it is
I
because
don't
like
even
there's
know if
Kona
it is
coffee, which
Hawaiian.
comes from like
Okay. And Kona
the
Grill, right?
the place of Kona. I think it's on the Big Island. I think.
How did we get here? We were
Brandon,
talking about the
you're working
Grammys, and now we're
hard
talking
today,
about Hyundai Kona. Right.
Well,
Anyways.
this car is from Korea.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's
Can you
Hyundai.
look up
It's
if
Hyundai.
Kona Hawaii is real, or if
Just
that's
look.
just
It's like a- something
It's
with
like
the
the
language.
Kona Coast.
Yeah, what do you
Hey.
Brandon didn't get to
feel?
work.
Yeah.
Just type in
Or if
Kona
it's
just
Hawaii.
made up for
So real quick,
advertising.
Another thing that happened
Kona,
at the
Hawaii,
Grammys.
Big Island.
Yeah, that's what I
It's a
thought.
region
Nice.
of
Nice
the
memory.
island of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So
Big
real
waves
quick,
or
what
not,
else?
bro?
Real quick. Fuck the Kona, bro. Let it go. Jesus Christ. Like set the fuck
Random
up.
tidbits. This is
No,
random.
yeah,
it's
that
a
is
tidbit.
But bro, like it's a Kona.
I got
There
a
ain't nothing to
hard
talk
take
about.
on
But
the
the Kona
Grammys, by the way.
Coast, that's where like macadamia nuts come from. The best
Why the
coffee.
fuck do you know
the
all
best
this?
coffee
So
in the
good,
world.
dude.
It's like the
This
Kona
is-
Coast.
Oh, those little chocolates. Oh,
Dude, you know what I'm
God,
talking
the
about.
best,
Yes.
dude.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Can I
back to the Grammys.
Back to me.
Did y'all see what Jay-Z said?
can I give my
Yes.
hard take?
Did you
on
see
the
what Jay-Z
Grammys?
said?
Can I give a hard take?
You don't
real
give a
quick?
fuck, clearly,
I-
because you're talking about the
I've
Hyundai
never
Kona.
watched the. It's never been a thing in my life to watch the Grammys. Does anyone
I've
still
never
watch
really watched them, but
But
it
also-
definitely is the
anything
benchmark.
on television? I just don't even know about anymore. You know,
Okay.
I
Well,
see
also-
one 5-minute commercial. I'm like, I'm done with
So,
this.
so
I'm going back
real
to
quick,
the
okay,
internet.
okay.
and
So did you
Netflix.
or did you not hear about what Jay-Z said?
No, I have not.
Okay, because you
no.
could hear about it without seeing it. You didn't hear. It.
No,
Okay,
I
basically,
nothing.
he
Nothing.
did a speech where he got like an all-time like performance award. And
Okay.
while he was up there, he's like, she's not gonna want me to say this, but she's been nominated the most times and won the most Grammys, but she's never won Album of the Year. And it's clearly he's talking about Beyonce, and he's like, that math doesn't add up or whatever. And he's talking about that, and then it's juxtaposed to on that same night, Taylor Swift got her 4th Grammy for the best album of the year. So it's kind of like it's clear that like he was kind of shitting on the Academy right before they made the decision to make. And the reason why
a
it's
$1 billion tour. you
Michael
know,
Jackson
Taylor
had a
Swift.
Michael Jackson had $1 billion tour in the '90s and has 1 Grammy for Grammy of the Year, Album of the Year. So that's not really the barometer.
Did he win that Grammy when he was white?
That's a valid question, and honestly, it would go to my point if it was after he was white. That would go to my point. Like, but
yeah, if he turned white and then won a Grammy, that would go with your point.
yeah, that would go with the
100%.
point. But like,
I would say racist.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a lot of factors that go into the Grammy voting and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So things happen, right? But it is crazy to think that Taylor Swift has more Grammys than Stevie Wonder. She has more Grammys than Paul Simon. Like that.
I don't know,
Like-
dude. She's pretty up there when it comes to
No,
artists.
she's amazing. But
Like,
like also,
she's
let me put it
kinda
like
at
this.
the
Let me put it
top,
like this. I
you
told
know?
you guys that I play guitar, right?
Yeah.
Like if we were to say that fretboard fluency is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to skill level, like you can pick up a guitar, hear the song, and then like literally play like the lyrics of the song with your. That's you know what I'm talking about, right?
Sure,
Yes.
sure.
I'm like a 2 out of 10 on the guitar.
Right. Humble. I like that.
Very few Taylor Swift songs that I can't play. You know what I mean? So like she's an amazing songwriter, don't get me wrong, but like when it comes to album of the year, it's the production. It's all of it, I feel like. So like it is kind of crazy that before she's
also a great
35.
singer. Like being a great singer. is
Whitney
not an
Houston
easy
Whitney
thing.
Houston is almost universally seen as one of the best vocalists in
I
the history of
agree.
music,
I
and she
agree.
never won album of the year.
She died.
Do you know how
because
long
of
ago?
crack.
Do you guys know?
You
Do you guys?
But Whitney Houston also didn't write her own music.
That's true. That is true. But real quick, do you guys know the last time that a black woman won the Grammy for album of the year?
I want to say it's 90s.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is in the 90s.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
the 90s.
Who was it?
It was Lauryn Hill,
That's right.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
That's
Yeah.
deserved though. That's
It was
yeah.
deserved, but there's
Yeah.
definitely been albums since then that have probably been deserved as
Yeah.
well.
Can we
That's
just
all I'm
talk about like
I love that
poor
she made that.
Beyonce in the middle? The whole Beyonce Taylor Swift thing. I feel terrible for
Yeah.
Beyonce because this is the second time now that she's been brought up in the career trajectory of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like juxtaposed to her.
Right.
Yeah.
By 2 different men,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, Kanye
let
West
her-
last time.
But
let
I
her
think- I think
let her
I
forgot
fight
about
her
the
own
Kanye
fight.
West. I
Do you know what I
forgot the
mean?
Kanye
Like,
West.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But I also think because they're like
I don't
the
think it
top-
bothers her like that. I think that she's like she's probably like annoyed to it to a point, but she would never make an issue of it publicly. You know what I mean?
She's-
Like
Beyonce is class, high
Yeah.
class, 100% all day,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
yeah. So That's why I think it was kind of cool that her husband like did it for her on some level. Like, hey,
I hate
like
that.
I do
that.
too.
I agree with the fighter on battle more than
I
like
do too.
Jay-Z. Just you worked hard on your shit too. You know, just accept your award.
Yeah.
Let her get back in the lab and like come back with a vengeance. You know, I think Taylor Swift and Beyonce are fighting for like top female.
Oh, it's not a competition.
But the thing
It's
is,
not a
they're
competition because Taylor Swift is just
But
demographically
we naturally
speaking.
make it like a competition.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like top female artists of like the whole time we're alive of like our generation, and they're like
They're
battling
definitely two of the
for
biggest
it,
like
know?
diva level.
They're like number 1 and number 2
Yeah.
for just greatest. Adele is a third.
Yeah, Adele has won the Grammy for Album of the Year twice.
That's like the Whitney Houston voice of our generation.
Well, yeah,
That's the most,
she's
I
definitely
walked
considered
around and
probably
cried
the, like.
listening
But
to
that being
Adele.
said, I feel like, for example, Florence from Florence and the Machine has some of the best vocals out there. They're never gonna win a Grammy for Album of the Year, so it's not just about vocals. Well, she has an amazing vocal set. Like she sings that song like "Dog Days Are Over."
Brian,
What are the songs that she
did you see Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, at the end when they're all dancing,
Yeah,
when they're happy, that song. I didn't know who they were until I saw that.
You know what this feels like? I feel like Burt Kreischer when Tom Segura
You know
has
who
to
Florence
explain
is.
shit to
Yeah.
him.
Does she not? Isn't she an amazing vocalist?
100%. And I've
yeah.
seen on The Voice too, like people try to do that song, and all the judges are like, "Don't do that.
Don't do. Yeah, it's
Don't
like
do it.
for-
You can't. Yeah,
it's like a Whitney Houston thing. Like,
Yeah.
don't even, unless you're gonna knock it out of the fucking park.
But
you're
do
just
it
gonna
in your
look
own
bad.
way that's
Yeah.
original. Yeah, like you
Otherwise,
can't.
it's karaoke. You know, you're
Correct.
just trying to pull up.
Unless you're doing karaoke
It is. It's
Yeah.
like, she has
national
such
TV.
she has a really unique voice and everything.
Yeah.
So,
5 million
but
people to sing you do
and then also
karaoke.
Killer Mike won Album of the Year for best hip hop album, and then he was also arrested on the same
I
night.
seen that. What happened?
So apparently he pushed a security guard over, which to me, if you're a security guard and you get pushed over, like you can't. What the fuck? Like you can't be like, get him.
What are
like,
you
what
securing?
The fuck is
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
like-
my God! Someone call the cops!
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
assaulted.
Yeah.
This black man touched me.
I was reading the articles on it, and it said that it was a citizen's arrest, which means that it makes me think, like, in the history of mankind, do y'all think in the history of mankind a black person has ever been behind a citizen's arrest? I don't think so.
Is
Like, I don't think black people have the gall to be like, "There's no cops here." You know what? I'm the cops. Like, no,
Sir,
like,
you will not rob me.
Yeah.
Get
Get
off
on the
me.
ground. Yeah. I just don't
You
see
stole
it.
my purse.
No, yeah. I just don't see it.
He raped me. Call the real cops.
But yeah,
Wait,
I don't
isn't
know.
Killer Mike in almost 50? Isn't he older?
Yeah, he's
he's
older.
older,
Yeah, he's like the Outcast because he came up with like Outcast. And stuff.
Right.
So,
But he's like in his 50s.
Wait, what do you
Am I-
mean he came up with Outkast? What do you mean?
Like he was on a lot of their albums, like on like features and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought
He
you meant
wasn't
he was
in
like,
Outkast.
hey, you two were coming together.
No,
you know?
no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
Damn, that's
No.
That
Okay.
gives me a lot of hope, though, as a person who performs music live.
No, yeah.
And to see, like, Jelly Roll also, who's, I
don't
think,
know what
almost
Jelly Roll is.
40. Somebody save me.
You don't know Jelly Roll?
Is that
Save
country?
me from myself. He's got the
Yeah.
tattoos all over his face. He's a big
That's why I
fat
don't
dude
know
with, like,
that.
the
I don't
hottest
think-
wife
He's
I've
like,
ever seen.
He's like the Ralphie May
Let me see this man's wife.
of country right now. Oh, he has a hot wife? I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's hot for him. Yeah, absolutely.
for him.
Yeah. I
I mean,
wouldn't
like
say
she's
the
not like
hottest.
ugly.
I
I'm
would
not
say
saying
hot
that
for
at all.
him. Yeah,
Yes.
nailed it. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I mean, she's fine.
Dude,
All
I
right,
bet
so
you
moving-
there's some. I bet you some groupies that are hotter than her that would bang him now.
Well, absolutely. He's Jelly
That's not the
Roll.
picture that I've seen of her, but
I mean, she looks
see.
bad. Don't get me wrong. Yes, but you said that she's like hot as fuck, and like hot as
Yeah.
fuck territory is.
Yeah, if I think I could pull it, you know. There's,
You think
yeah.
you can pull that?
Okay, Brian.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Brandon? You think Brian could pull her if she wasn't married? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to back you up here, Maggie, and find a picture of her where she's real hot. but
Prettier.
She kind of looks like that.
All right, yeah.
Maybe you.
I mean, she's not ugly.
I just
don't
saw
get me
him
wrong.
post this picture of her on her birthday, and I was like, yeah,
This
she's.
one?
No.
Ooh,
No.
I mean, I changed
No,
my
no, no.
I changed my mind. She's actually okay. We're gonna move on from the Grammys. The next topic. Do you guys know who Keith Lee is?
No.
Nope.
Neither of you guys know who
UFC
Keith
fighter?
Lee is. Yes, he was a UFC fighter actually.
I know him.
Back in the
actually.
day, he was a UFC fighter, but he's more famous today as a food vlogger
Uh-huh.
on TikTok. Like he's the type of level of food vlogger that when he goes to like a truck spot and he gives them a great review, some of those truck places have become like brick and mortar restaurants afterwards because of all the people that come to the restaurant after he gives it a good.
Awesome.
He's like he
awesome.
changes like realities for
Yeah.
restaurants and stuff if he
Does
gives them a good
ever get
review.
bad reviews?
Yeah, that's
And
what
does
other
it
things.
just destroy it?
You just go on TikTok and watch his reviews. Yeah, he'll do it if it's bad. But what happened was he went to a place in Dallas and he went to the food truck, gave her like all like 8s and 9s for all the food.
Yeah.
Went to the lady at the truck and was like, "Hey, like it was great. I want to tip you $2,000. I want to tip the barber and the braider $1,000 each, and then I want to pay you $1,000 so that you can give people free plates for like the rest of the day, basically. And she was like, "Oh my God, what a blessing," or whatever. And then like literally the next day, the braider and the barber, like, she never paid us. After the third plate, she was like, "All right, start charging everybody." And so like she basically took the whole money or whatever and didn't pay them, and it became a whole situation where she saw $4,000, and probably for her that's like a huge amount of money.
Wait, that's the owner of the restaurant? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
the food truck. And so she was claiming that like in the video, it's like, he said that I can allocate the money how I saw fit. And then like Keith Lee responds saying like, "Yes, when I said that I meant like Cash App, PayPal, like Zelle, like it's clearly said in the video."
Yeah, he's like, "I didn't think you were going to be a selfish bastard."
Yeah, so
you
like
know?
she literally had to like the backlash. She's closed down her food truck.
Yeah, she fucked
because
up.
of it. Like, yeah, everything's gone because of it. And it's a prime example of somebody like not, I feel like, being prepared for like a blessing on some level. Because like she got really good reviews on her food.
Yeah.
And so like the very next day she was going to make way more than $4,000 if she had just done what she was supposed to do. So what do y'all think about that story? Like, what's the first thing that comes to y'all's mind when you hear a story like that?
I mean,
Because I can see the shock on your face, like, holy shit.
like $4,000 is not that much money.
No, yeah, it's not
No,
that much.
that's
But that
life-changing
being
to
said, for
some.
some, like it's
I get that.
yeah.
Especially a small business owner,
But
4,000
like,
untaxed, you know?
it's so weird. I was praying about this today. I was like, please give me an opportunity to have more patience, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
feeling very impatient right now. And so it's so funny that you bring this up. It's like, what? 24 hours.
Yeah.
You could have just sat on it. You know what I mean? Like,
But here's the thing. The money that she would have gotten out of it would have meant a lot of work, because the next day it's about to be a fuckload of people in line. So maybe she just didn't feel like working. Like maybe she's lazy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you're only going
But
to take a
$4,000,
vacation
yeah.
for 6 months. You
It's
know?
crazy.
not on
It's-
$4,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 6 months of money if you're just living, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, honestly, like $4,000 can pay for rent for most people for like 2 to 3 months. So like
Yeah.
it's not a nothing. You can pay for your rent for about a fourth of the year off of that for a lot of people.
So my thing with this situation is I believe in God. So I believe in, like, you know, right and wrong, and you know, like, what's good and what's not good. And she definitely chose, like, the evil path.
yeah, I think
here.
that she knew what she was doing.
And
you know?
if she's like, "Yo, I need this money so bad," how do you think the barber and all these other people feel? How do you think the homeless guy, like, getting in line for a slice feels? You know?
Yeah.
Just do this. You'll feel good at the end of the day. And
Pay it forward.
the
And she still has
businesses come in,
$1,000. That's
you
what's
know,
crazy.
No, yeah,
like-
it was 2,000 she was getting. She was keeping
Yeah.
2,000 for herself and 1,000 for
Untaxed.
each of them. So for $2,000 extra dollars, she basically fucked
Imagine
herself.
how happy, like, the barber and the other dude would have been. They would have been like, oh, just vibing for months off of that little
Yeah.
uplift. There would have been no, like, real
Right.
problems.
It's really
between 'em.
unfortunate.
But also, like, what that does too is like sets the example for Keith to not do that in the future for other food trucks.
But yeah, hopefully that doesn't like take him away from.
I
Like,
hope not.
yeah, 'cause-
No,
but he also said
no.
like he doesn't like. I remember like he was going to Oakland and people were all talking about, be careful in Oakland, you're gonna get jumped for your money because you always be tipping people. He was like, I never take cash on me. I always tip through the pay app or whatever. So like
Yeah.
I'm with my family when I do this tour or whatever.
I also don't think he has to change anything because you've seen the repercussion. Like, people will find out that you
Mhm.
did this bad thing,
Mhm.
and then no one will go there, and you will close down.
They literally
it's like,
closed down
keep
within
doing
like
your
48
good
hours,
deeds
like
and
the,
stuff,
the
yeah.
food truck.
I used to date a guy who was like executive protection for celebrities, and he worked for Sia, and he would tell me that
See ya.
Sia the singer.
Okay, the
See
one
the
that
thing-
faces away from stage.
I thought you just didn't know what, like, CIA was the
No.
acronym, you know?
No,
Like,
Sia the
Sia.
singer, where she has like the doll and like wore wigs or whatever. But he was working for her as she started to like reveal herself. Anyway, she would go to parks in LA and would just hand out $100 bills to homeless people. And I was like, "Can I be homeless? What park are you going to?
Wow.
Like, what the?"
That's crazy.
It'd be so funny.
So
That's
she's
like
just
one of
giving
your
she's just
acting
giving a
gigs.
bunch of homeless people drug money, is what you're telling me.
You like,
I
dress up.
Right? He would tell me that like she would,
don't
like,
mean to be
she
a
would,
pessimist,
like,
but we
tap
know
on
what time it
tents
is.
and- yeah,
That's a come up right there. They're about to be high
Right.
for the next like 48 hours.
that was pre-pandemic, so I don't know.
But
if
hey,
that's
let's be
something-
honest. Like that $100 is probably going to drugs anyway. So
I mean, if I had $100 right now, I'd go to drugs. you
it would
know?
probably go to weed or coconut.
It would be funny to, like, you hear she's doing that, you dress up as a little homeless, you just get a little blanket.
I
You're like,
know.
oh, please, help me.
God.
That would be terrible though if somebody was like, "Is that Brian?" or whatever, and then you get blown up
No,
online.
I'd be like, I look at him and go,
This
I go,
motherfucker
"Shut
works
the
a
fuck
9 to
up.
5.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't, what are you spoiling my cover for? Be quiet.
that's
All right, so the
sad.
next topic. Did
Hey,
y'all hear about
real,
the Drake
real
leak?
quick,
What's that?
just, there's a Metro Boomin and 21 Savage flag football game,
Uh-huh.
and it's like there's like athletes playing, and then a few famous people, and Keith Lee's one of them,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
which I thought was
shit.
crazy. His quarterback is gonna be Michael Vick, and there's
Oh,
like
shit.
Cam Newton, Aaron Jones, Tiana Taylor, Offset, Keith Lee, Mark.
Tiana Taylor's so bad.
I don't know who that
Oh
is.
my
I don't know.
god.
I'll show you, Brian.
Show us the video.
What are they like doing this for like butthole cancer or something?
Whatchamacallit, for butthole.
Butthole
cancer.
Oh,
specifically.
wasn't she in a barbershop?
No, that was Eve.
That was Eve. Yeah, Eve's fun. I love
She
Eve.
like she has a music after the podcast. I'll show you this music video that'll change her life. Okay, so
Oh,
Drake
is she
leak.
naked?
No, she's not naked,
Oh.
but it's like some of the
I just
sexiest
like
shit
saying
you're gonna see.
naked.
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 Real quick,
Any
did y'all hear about
kidding?
the Drake leak?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my subject.
Did you look it up? That was
Yeah.
your. I'll just keep on talking about y'all's topics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
not?
Damn, I'm
How do
sorry.
you not? I showed Maggie.
Oh, you sent
He
it to
like
her.
waltzed into Challenge Mike last night. Was like, "Look, did you hear about this?"
All the women I said, you seen Drake's dick yet?
Real
Oh
quick,
my
have any of you
God.
guys ever had a situation like that where like somebody saw your nude that you didn't want to see it?
Mine? No.
No. What about you?
Seen one of my nudes? I don't think so.
Okay, because it's
No,
not.
the thing is about my nude is I wouldn't be mad if anyone's seen it. you
So-
know?
That's the best part about the whole Drake thing. Because
Yeah.
on his Instagram, he was like, "I wasn't trying to hide my
I've
dick from
seen
the
that.
world. I was
My
trying to
God.
hide the world from
That's
my
what I
dick."
did.
That's why I think it's like kind of like a publicity play, you know?
Well, I mean,
Like I
he's
think it's
cle-
like
I mean, he's
kind of
clearly not
like
struggling.
let me kind of like get trending again, you know? Let me do something crazy.
Drake doesn't need help trending.
Yeah.
Like he's like
Right
ubiquitous.
now, I
Just-
think he does.
He's ubiquitous,
Why?
bro.
That last album was not
It
good.
doesn't matter. But you listened to it, didn't you? Did you listen to it?
I listened to like
Exactly.
3 songs.
You played it. No.
I'm a big Drake and a big J. Cole guy. And I
So
got through, like,
story
3
time, real quick.
songs. I was like,
About 2 years ago, somebody, I don't know how the fuck they got into my cloud, but they messaged me. Literally, let's say like it's like I'm on Instagram and it's showing like he's showing me screenshots of like a dick pic of mine
What?
or whatever, and it would be like just being like with your name or whatever on Instagram saying like it's about to send it to you, and he's like, if you don't give me like $500, and he showed me like a picture of like all these like female comic friends that I have and like just women in my life. He's like, if you don't send me $500, I'm gonna send this out to everybody.
oh, you
And
got
I was just-
That's some
blackmailed.
like
I got
Black Mirror
blackmailed.
shit.
No, yeah. So
what
I was
did
just
you
like,
do?
I was like, send away, motherfucker. Like, no. I literally said, just send it. And then I literally went on Instagram on my story and I was like, hey, y'all, if y'all get a dick pic, I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, it is what it is. Like, and I just realized in that moment that, like, if you're put in a situation, because it's clearly like a thing that he does to make money, that's literally the bar of, like, what do you really think of your dick? You know what I mean? Like, you might say you
Winston's
got a
like the Drake of the Austin comedy scene over here. What?
I
I'm
also
doing
like-
fine. That's all I'm saying.
I
I'm
also
doing
like
fine.
how defeated he must have felt when you said send it. He was probably just like, oh man,
Because also I know the
I gotta
law.
find someone else's.
But bro,
dick
like
now.
I also like I know the law on some level. If he sends it out, then it's literally tagged to like an area unless he's doing like stuff where he can block that, which he probably isn't. So like if it comes to I could sue him for putting that out there. So I'm like, all right, well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. So
Yeah,
luckily
yeah.
he didn't though. So or
Luckily.
unluckily,
yeah,
because that might have changed my life. You know, that might have
yeah.
maybe I'd be famous by now.
That's hopeful. Oh yeah.
I do think that's
Maybe this
crazy, like-
podcast would have 250 listeners instead of 20.
Yeah, facts. You know, like back in my day, like in high school, that's like when the nudes kind of started, you know, and it was like the end of the world if your fucking nude got
No,
out,
yeah.
you know?
Do you guys remember a time where if somebody sent you a nude, like it would be loading on your phone?
Yeah. And and it would like be all
Let's
pixelated.
go!
Yeah.
I'll get all excited, like, oh, I'm about to get a nude.
Dude,
No?
there was like one girl.
Not
her
you.
nude
You
got
never
out.
got nudes. You're just gonna act like you never had a nude sent to you in your life. That's what's going on here, Maggie.
That's not
She
true.
just didn't go to high school in that time. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But it-
Adults were sending nudes,
I guess.
Kind of.
I guess.
Maggie's like, I wrote notes.
Yeah.
I mean, so was I. I mean, technically, the iPhone didn't come out until I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And that's really
I
when
think I
like
was a-
texting took over phone calls.
Yeah, I was a sophomore, but that's like when nudes started was with the iPhone.
I thought we were like the same age.
I'm 35.
Oh fuck. All right.
What are you, like 37?
Yeah.
That's only 2 years older. That's
What?
basically the same.
I'm like 40.
You're like 40?
I am 40.
I'm
Okay.
30. I feel you.
I know.
Yeah. Don't be
You
right.
feel her. You're 30. Shut the
Don't,
fuck up.
don't say like, though. Just
And then
don't
Britta's
deny
over
it.
here,
Bunch
26.
of
I got my
old
whole
bitches.
life
Old
ahead of.
bitches.
Yeah, but none of us have medical insurance, so it don't matter.
Speak for yourself.
I
got
do,
medical insurance.
yeah.
Oh, literally speak for yourself.
Yeah, you're by yourself on that one. He was like, whoa. If I get cancer,
All right,
I'm not being taken out.
Real quick.
Fuck
So
that.
anyway, these nudes, right? They started in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking thing. You know.
I like how he glasses over.
I've been waiting
He's
to say
dying.
this, dude. Fuck. Been just waiting.
No. Fuck that.
goddamn
Hyundai
silence.
Konas, I hear.
Right. So anyway, they like started in high school. You know, it was like the worst fucking thing ever. Like one girl, dude, she like couldn't go to her school anymore.
Oh, because they got blown up. Yeah.
Because everyone's
That's
seen
so
it.
sad.
When I was
remember-
teaching, a girl's
one
back
sec,
shots got like.
I seen one in high school. This black dude, right? He was a running back, bro. Got passed around the whole school. Swear to God, this motherfucker squatted a little bit. Dick touched the ground.
So he was a tripod.
Like that. Like touched the ground. I was
know-
like, that's not normal.
Here's the thing.
Something's wrong.
I would argue that, like, evolutionarily speaking, if you're a grower, you're more evolved.
If you're a grower,
Yeah.
you're more evolved.
Yeah, because, like, think about it. Like, if we were out there in the brush without clothes and shit, and you'd, like, run through the brush, do you want your dick sling-a-linging, or do you want it nice and compact? Let's be honest. If you're in the Serengeti, what time
you
is it?
finally make it to your location,
The
Brian. Your dick is
Serengeti.
bleeding.
Yeah, I've been running through the brush.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh
Don't
my
worry,
God.
it's calloused over.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Jesus.
calloused. Yeah,
Jesus
I haven't
Christ.
came since
So,
27.
That's just called like ribbed for her pleasure.
No,
That's-
that being said, I would.
Hey, girl, the bumps help.
Jesus Christ. No.
Anyway, but then
I will say, like,
but-
as a grower, like, when I was a kid, like, my friend Devin, they put him on, like, on the fucking rim to act like he was dunking, and they pantsed him.
nice.
I used to have nightmares about getting pants because, again,
Yeah.
I'm black.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm fine, but when I'm not hard, it ain't nothing to talk
Yeah,
about.
you're a human.
Yeah, I'm a human, so I'm like, oh my God, like, that would be terrible if
Yeah,
that happened.
Roman emperor. I feel you.
They
Or,
still
like,
call
marble
him-
statue.
They still call him Little Dick Devin to this day, and I'm
Nice.
35. This happened when we were like 14.
He's got, like,
Anyone that
3
was around
kids.
back then still calls him that. It never left. He could have, like, grown a whole dick since then.
He-
Like, we were
he-
kids.
He could have just left town.
His
You know,
mom worked there.
I know, but he was 14, 18.
Could've
That's not
just
that.
left.
He could have just gone to college. You know what I mean? He could have left.
Change your friend
Yeah.
group. I don't know. That's
And now
valid.
you're
That's
Big
valid.
Dick Devin, you know? In
Right.
college. Yeah.
Change
It's
the
all
story.
about the
Us,
group
they
that
called
you're
me in high
around.
school too, boys.
Big Dick Devin
Big Dick David.
in high
Oh,
school.
oh, real quick. I'm just gonna take it back to I think that one reason why, like, a lot of, I'm not gonna say black people get annoyed with the Taylor Swift like thing, but a prime example was, like, y'all saw the Travis Kelce shit, where it's like, new haircut that Travis Kelce has is a huge trend nowadays, and he has like a fade.
That's just ignorance.
That's
by-
just white people is what it is.
That's just ignorance by the uncool whites.
Oh
But
my
do you See how
God.
the other white man, Travis Kelce, who is cool,
Yeah, he was like, "You're
corrected
killing
them
me." He's
and
like,
just kind of laughed and went,
He's
"This
like-
has been
he's like,
around
yeah.
since the '70s."
He's like, and you'll
you
do it
know?
on February 1st. Y'all are trying to get me killed out here. Like,
Yeah,
so
like, dude, see how
it
like
is.
he,
That's a fresh fade,
he
though. I will say.
represented
Look at that
for us,
fade.
though. I appreciate that. Yeah, he has money. He better have a good fade.
That's true.
You know.
That's valid.
Anyway, what else
All
to
right,
say about the high school nudes, real quick? Right? It's like
Again?
It's like, but think about it. How it was like used to be such a big problem, right? But like now, it literally makes you famous.
No, it's still a problem because now what's happening, I was just listening to a podcast about this, but now what's happening is they're using AI generated images. So girls in their school using their yearbook photos and making these AI generated nudes of these girls. So they don't even know it's not them.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
A huge
But
problem.
it's like
Wait
you're
till
just putting
election
a
time.
body to
You're
their
putting a-
face,
Wait
so
till
making
election
them-
time.
It's like
gonna get
pedophile
crazy.
buffet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Okay,
that's-
let's squeeze in this last topic in this last minute and a half before we
Okay,
go to the second half.
okay.
Okay. Mass shooter
Hey, let's talk about this.
killed
tomorrow.
4 people at a high school, injured 6 people. His mom was just found guilty for manslaughter for 4 people. It's the first time in history
I saw that.
where a parent is held accountable for the murders that happened. It's been where in the past they've gotten like negligence with firearms, which is like at the most like 5 years in prison. She got like actual like
Life.
you're not life, but like this is your fault kind of like crime. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that's a good precedent, bad precedent?
I mean, how did they prove it?
How do they prove it? I don't know how they went about proving it, but what's interesting is that dad is being tried separately, so it's feasible that he could get off and she got found guilty because they were in 2 different
I already
trials.
feel like, damn, you got a mom and a dad, and you shot up a school. Like some
Like,
of
You have
those
a whole ass
some of
family
those
unit.
people don't even got one of
No.
them, and you fucking shot up a school. Who
But
raped
no,
you?
no,
You know
yeah.
what happened
No,
to you?
yeah.
Because
Mom,
something
apparently,
has
yeah.
to be wrong. You know, like even if your mom never hugged you, something had to happen for you want to go shoot up a school. You know,
When I was
fuck,
teaching,
smoke weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never fucking smoke weed, want to do anything, you
Well,
know,
no, yeah.
let alone get up, load up
That's
my
why-
gun with bullets, walk to the fucking
He's passionate
school,
about this one.
you
Yeah.
know? It's
No,
like
yeah.
crazy to me.
No,
Just
yeah.
Smoke more
chill.
weed.
No,
and you
yeah.
can be
Smoke
like
more weed,
Brian
just
McDuffie when you grow
relax,
up.
What
dude.
you call it?
Fucking buy you a Switch, get good at fucking Smash
All right,
Brothers,
breathe,
hop
breathe,
online,
breathe,
dude.
breathe, breathe. All right.
Wild.
But I remember when I was teaching, a kid came into my class one time when I was in my advisory period, and then like
Oh,
the
man.
AP came in with a cop and had everybody leave the room and go to a different room.
Mhm.
And then like I'm looking out the door and I see them taking him out in handcuffs, and I asked the AP what's going on, and he said that like he had a gun in his backpack or whatever. And like so like I've been like close to that kind of reality, but that being
God.
said, like that kid didn't have mass shooter ammo. That kid had like wannabe gangster ammo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
want
And
to
it
be
was-
cool.
Yeah, like he's a fucking idiot. It was like the second semester of his senior year, and he got expelled because of that shit. So
Ugh.
yeah, that fucking sucks.
But even
for him.
then, it's still a
You
possibility
need
of,
to have
oh, I
a
get
punishment.
bullied. I'm tired of getting bullied. Let me kill this kid. Instead of just learn how to fight. You know, fucking A.
We got Craig's dad from Friday here.
Fuck, dude. But like,
But you learned to fight again.
like, yeah, not even like
Earrings are
his,
hard.
yeah.
Did you get that
kinda,
joke, Maggie?
Yeah.
Nope.
But yeah,
I did
real
not.
shit though.
You're
dude.
with you with country. I've never seen Friday. Have you ever seen Friday?
Is that the one where they're like, bye, Felicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I used to be my New Year's movie. Like every New
90s,
Year's
yeah.
Day, I would watch it.
That's when it came out. Was the 90s.
That's what I
Get high as
thought,
shit. Yeah, it came out in the 90s.
My
yeah.
sister's name is Felicia, which is why.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rough.
I know.
Yeah, that isn't great. It's almost like being a Karen. All right, you guys ready to go over our random topics?
I
Yep.
feel like we already went over mine.
Well, in this next 5 minutes, you better get in the back of your head thinking of some new ones, because I'll start
right.
it off and we'll just rotate it like this way, and then I'll keep track of the time on it, and I'll let you guys
Alright.
know when we're switching
I
to
feel
the next
bad.
This
topic.
is very fast.
First topic. I
It
think
is.
about,
It's quick.
Maggie's
That's
not
why it's
gonna know about.
tidbits
Tidbits. Okay.
and randomness, because
Alright,
you don't
go
know
ahead.
where it's going.
Okay. I can be ready. I'm ready.
Are you prepared?
Yeah. I did my homework.
Okay. Anyways,
I got Twitter.
so the first topic I want to talk about, guys. I'm watching this show called Station 11. Have y'all ever heard of it?
Nope.
Really good. It's on HBO. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic show. It's a miniseries, and it got me thinking. What do you guys think is the best miniseries of all time? A
Good
miniseries is a series that just takes place in one season. It's on purpose, and the stories it's told. It's not like it gets canceled, so it doesn't get to finish. But it's in one season, and then it's over.
But does it have to only be one season? Because I know HBO specifically does like miniseries.
Yeah, but
Not a lot of other people do miniseries.
Yeah. Well, what series do you know is a miniseries that isn't one
I was
season?
going to argue Ted Lasso because it's only.
But that's 3 seasons, though.
But that's not like a real show is normally like 6 to 8. That's like a good one.
Well,
you
they
know?
knew. Here's why.
So,
it
for
could be
example,
mini,
Chernobyl
because they
is a
knew it was only
They
going to be
knew
3.
it was going to be 3, and they
Yeah.
stuck to that. Most
Yeah.
people wouldn't stick to that.
Because
Yeah,
of the
Because of
popularity.
success,
of it.
yeah. But that's why, like, if you're a screenwriter, you want your shows to be bought by apps more so than you do by like a place like, let's say, what AMC, like on like cable, because Walking Dead was great, but they're on a channel that as soon as it's successful, the goal is to keep it going as long as possible.
Yeah.
And when you do
they
that,
succeeded in that
yeah,
goal.
they exceeded in being mediocre the rest of that series after
Yeah.
the 4th season, basically. I think that my argument would be Watchmen. I think Watchmen is the best miniseries of all time. If you
HBO.
haven't seen it, it's fucking incredible. Highly recommend it. Do y'all have any miniseries that come to mind? I know you don't have much time to think about it.
I
but
watched that one on HBO.
Chernobyl's really good if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I watched that one the night of.
The Night of is so good.
Oh, have you heard about that one?
It's about an Indian guy in college and like
Real
just
straight cut, real
yeah,
straight edge,
nerdy.
nice
He's
guy.
a tutor.
Doesn't know much about life, really.
yeah, hangs out with a girl for a night, wakes up to her,
Does a
next
little
to her
Molly.
dead body, basically.
No. Stabbed to death 40 times.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Julius Caesar style.
Oh my
So
god.
that
Yeah.
random behind the scenes on that, the guy that plays his lawyer in that show was supposed to be James Gandolfini, but James Gandolfini died before production started. So, but the guy who plays the lawyer is really good too.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes to prison, meets up with his dude, befriends this dude.
Don't
gets
tell
a
the whole
neck
fucking
tattoo.
plot, bro.
It's
Goddamn.
It's so old.
Like I left it.
Gets
No.
a
I
neck-
left it as a cliffhanger for you. And he's like, okay, so here's what happens.
Wait,
By
I'm just-
episode 7,
Wait,
you're gonna
let
see
me
that.
just finish. Gets
Jesus.
a neck tattoo, joins a gang, starts smoking crack, right?
Okay.
Gets out of prison, but is now a
This is the last
crackhead.
time I'm having Brian on the pod. He's He's like, I'm gonna spoil this whole. You
Listen,
just said
I'm
how
not
great
gonna
it was.
I'm not gonna watch it. I don't
The
care.
show
It's
came
really
out
good.
8 years ago.
No, I understand, but you just said how great it was, and then you're like, but fuck, if you want to see it now, I'm gonna tell you every single.
You can
time.
still watch what happens.
What if
Just
one of the
know he
lis- what if one of
smokes
the
crack.
listeners? What if one of the listeners
I
is
like
like,
the,
let me write down these series, and he's like, oh, let me cross that out. I know the whole plot now.
Watch
last-
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's good. That is
Ted Lasso
best.
is
if that
good,
ca- if that
but
counts
it's
as my
also
favorite.
not a miniseries. But go on.
Miniseries, The Stranger. Did you ever watch that?
That was good. Yes.
That I think that was the last one that I watched. So
What
Yeah.
was that? What was that?
just a murder mystery.
Yeah.
There's
Did you see The Outsider? That's another miniseries that had Jason Bateman in it.
no.
Pony
really
Boy?
good. It's a Stephen
Jason
King-
Bateman's Pony Boy?
Pony Boy?
Yeah.
Talking about
The
No, not
Outsiders?
Outsiders.
Oh.
The
oh,
Outsider.
oh.
It's about a Stephen King novel. It's really good. It's like about like this creature that goes around and causes chaos by like having death happen in an area, and it feeds off of like the pain of people that are experiencing it. It's really good.
Oh, Midnight Mass. That was another one.
That was a
too.
good one.
Ooh, that
But
was
whatchamacallit, the one that he made before that with the family, The Haunting of Hill House, whatever.
Mhm.
That's really good.
There was one about a nanny that was on Apple TV too.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I finished it, but it was really fucked up.
I don't like scary stuff.
I don't usually like scary stuff, but The Haunting on Hill House. Have you seen that one, Brandon?
No, I
Oh my God.
I haven't really seen anything ever, to be honest. I've seen Breaking
Besides
Bad
Star
a lot,
Wars.
and Star Wars a lot.
You know what
Okay.
used to scare me a lot growing up? America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
How they'd be like, and this man is still not caught. And he lives
He's out in the open.
Austin,
No, no, no,
Texas.
no, no.
If you
Unsolved-
see him in your window and you're like, oh.
No, Unsolved Mysteries used to fuck me up a little bit. 'Cause,
That's
like that
another
music
one.
is like.
And he has the voice.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, the guy had
like,
the. And
oh.
if you've seen,
Yeah.
terrifying, dude.
Yeah. No. All
That
right.
was a
Next
rough
topic. What do you want to talk about for your first topic?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
All right. Jim Harbaugh. Is it Jim? It's Jim Harbaugh, right?
The one that went to your team.
Yeah. The Chargers. Dare I say, this is my opinion on the whole thing, right? Dare I say, Super Bowl 3 years, LA Chargers. In 1, 2, or 3 years, the Chargers
here, I'm
will
gonna-
finally win a Super Bowl and not become the worst franchise in the NFL. If Dean Spanos just froze, just walked and froze, just in mid and just
I have a feeling
froze and
Maggie's
then
not gonna be
died.
contributing too much to this one.
I know. That's why I said, like, I had Drake's dick. That was
No,
gonna
no,
be
no,
my
no. It's fine. It's
topic,
fine. No,
you
no, it's
know?
fine.
And I feel
I'll go-
bad. She don't know nothing
Yeah,
about
we'll
this.
edit her out during this. I'm just kidding.
How about we'll talk about a different one? You know what
No,
bugs me?
no.
Wait,
Go roll
you
with
know
it.
what bugs me? What women do? I hate when women do this, when they pretend to like
Hard pivot.
football.
Hard pivot. He already got up Jim Harbaugh, but go ahead.
Yeah, when
I
I already
here's
know.
the thing.
I've
I didn't
read
know
that 3 times.
I know a little bit about football. I didn't know that the Chargers were like the worst franchise.
They're not
They're
the
the
worst.
worst. No.
They're not-
They are the worst.
I thought
The Chargers have made a Super
Objectively.
Bowl. No, not objectively. The Chargers have made a Super Bowl.
What happened in
The
that Super
Lions
Bowl?
have not.
that's what I was
okay?
going to say. The Lions, because
The Lions have not.
But
Okay.
this year they
Pull
did
that
really.
up real
They
quick,
did
though.
really
They
well.
haven't. I'm telling you. I know for a fact they haven't. Like they never have.
Yeah, they like did the whole. It was
The
before
Chargers
they
got
made
their
it to
asses
the
beat.
And then I thought the
NFL.
Dolphins were really bad for a while, and then
But they
Brady
had 3
went
Super Bowl.
there.
No.
But
no, no,
this
no.
is why it
They had
even
3 Super
outs,
Bowls.
Winston.
And
This is why it even
Think
outs.
about the Buccaneers.
Because they have an
That's it.
actual.
But the
Thank
Buccaneers
you.
also in
fan
their history had a
base.
title in the past as well. They had one before Brady, but it was a long time ago, 2000. What's up? I'm a Super Bowl
You're
historian.
explaining Spanish to like a chimp right now.
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
like,
no.
shit
They've
doesn't-
won it
you know?
before, but it's been a long time.
I
It's
mean-
before Brady.
Brian, I don't want to be that guy, but when I scroll down this thing, like all the little blurbs, there's not a single one
Where
that
Chargers are
mentions the
first.
Chargers is first.
Because
No.
people don't even know they're a team.
No.
That's how bad they
No,
are.
no. People
they
don't know
are
what
the
city they are
forgotten
in.
team of
No.
the. They don't even have a stadium. They
No.
rent a stadium.
No.
People forget they're a franchise.
This right here,
my
guys,
guy.
everybody, I want you to realize this is
Oh my
the
God.
epitome of talking to a fan. Okay.
This is all objective.
He's not objective. No, it's not objective. They have made a super objective measurement is how far have you gotten
They
as a
don't
franchise.
have a fan base.
They don't have a fan base.
Because there shouldn't
No.
be
They-
football in Los
they-
Angeles.
Okay.
There's 2
Okay, okay,
teams.
okay.
I know, which
We
is
don't even have a
wild.
stadium.
I know.
Okay. I don't consider like your success as a franchise by how many fans you have. I consider it how far have you gone towards getting a championship. They've been more
that's how you
successful
get
than
fans.
No,
Lions.
that
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's either championship or bust when it comes to championships. If you don't win it, it
But-
doesn't
but-
matter if you went to a Super Bowl.
I mean,
You
but
didn't
at
win
least
the
you,
Super
but at
Bowl.
least you had a moment where you had hope. Is what I'm saying. That like the futility of
Every
being,
year I
the
have hope, and then it gets
futility-
crushed about week 4.
The futility of being in the NFL since before the Super Bowl and never having made a Super Bowl is fucking insane. Okay, the only other franchises to not make a Super Bowl are the Texans, the Jags, the Titans. No, not the Titans. And who else? There's another franchise, but they're
The
all
Lions?
teams that were made. No, I think those are the only other 2 teams. Oh no, and the Browns. Those are the only 3 other teams
Isn't
that
that
haven't
the
made.
team that Baker Mayfield is on?
Yes,
No,
he
he's on
was.
the
He was on
Buccaneers.
their team.
And now what is he doing?
He's on the Buccaneers now.
What?
Yeah.
This is why I fucking hate when women like football, you know? Like, or when they pretend
Brandon,
and
I'm
they're
gonna
like,
need you to
No, no,
edit
no.
that out.
number 58's my favorite
No,
player.
I
It's
only like Baker
the back
Mayfield on the
his name
Browns.
is on the back of his jersey. Just
I only
read
know
it.
about Baker because he's been mentioned in a lot of my YouTube comments, and every time he trends on Twitter, I get very excited because my name's Mayfield. And so one of my music videos went viral, and they
Nice.
were like, "Of course it did, because you're
Nice.
married to Baker Mayfield." I was like, "I wish.
He actually-
I wish."
He actually grew up out here.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
He went to
really?
Lake Travis. Yeah, he went to
High
Lake
School.
Travis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
could
yeah.
have been a reality.
Is he single? No, he can't be.
No.
There's no way. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, he's married. He's
Stop.
married. But
I'm too old for him anyway. It's fine.
Actually, I get the same thing because Trent
You
McDuffie
and me
plays
both.
for the Chiefs. So every time I hear like, "Oh, McDuffie with a great tackle," I'm like, "Fucking ain't right, great tackle, Mr. McDuffie."
I taught him that.
I know how to follow along in football. I just don't care to
Know
go out
about
of
the
my way.
history, yeah, and all that, yeah.
So the Green Bay Packers are my team, and what's wild is the first radio station I worked for full time. Willie Davis, Mr. Willie Davis, was our owner. I had no idea he was a former Packer. I go to Lambeau Field when I'm working at a radio station
Willie
out
Davis
there.
lied to you. He's not the owner. He's a partial owner.
Of the radio station?
No, I thought you meant at the Packers. I was like,
No.
Your boy was lying.
No. He was an owner. So he would come in all
Okay.
the time, and he thought I was the funniest fucking thing because I'd be walking around and I'd be doing my vocal warm up, and he was like, "What's happening in the studio? What is
Yeah.
this crazy girl doing?"
Yeah.
And then to go to Lambeau Field, I'm like, "I know Willie Davis. I know him. Like
Yeah.
I know him."
Yeah, but Willie Davis, do you say he owns the
I
Packers?
don't.
Or you
No.
say-
He owns the station that
Okay,
I work for.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. The Packers are one of the only publicly traded teams in any.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
cool.
they don't have
Yeah.
an owner.
I
which
wish
is
the
why
Chargers
they're
would do
always
that.
successful
I
because they
hate
don't
an
have an
owner.
owner.
Yeah.
Owners
Yeah,
get in
that's
the way.
great. And also they have this quarterback thing too, where they like figured out the quarterback thing of let him sit for 4 years and then come in and just be the franchise
It's
guy.
easy
for
to do
10,
that when you
know?
have a Hall of Famer in the position.
I
at the
agree.
time,
I
so.
agree. Yeah, but
Okay.
they have like really figured it out. Like they'll probably draft a quarterback in 5 years and just
Yeah,
let him sit. You
yeah.
know.
Okay.
My
Maggie,
turn?
Your turn.
Toby Keith died.
Oh, Toby
I
Keith.
know. And he was so young. He
I
was
know.
64.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
The
See, for a
stomach-
guy that doesn't know
stomach
country
cancer.
music, you sure are up on your
I think
tidbits.
it'd be
No,
from
I know,
Texas
I know,
and
I know, I
country
know,
music.
I know Toby Keith though. Like
Yeah.
Toby Keith is like a level of ubiquity that goes beyond country,
Red
'cause he's a
Solo
racist.
Cup.
but
I'll
But,
lift you up.
That's the song that you want to
Let's
represent.
have a party. Bro, dare I say, for white people, that's like almost Sweet Caroline level. Where it comes on, you're singing it.
What
is
he's
that
like,
your favorite Toby Keith song?
he is
The
like,
one that comes to me is "How Do You Like Me Now" is one I think of.
I ain't as good as I once was.
Oh, yeah.
But he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's a
yeah,
good one.
I
too.
know, but
Is
he
that
is like,
ever
the-
was or something like that. Is that the next line?
yeah. But he is like the patriotic singer of the country.
Oh,
You
I
know what
agree.
Yeah.
God
Well, him
bless
and
America.
and Alan Jackson. But
And Wheeler Walker Jr., but yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree. But he's.
Trying to see what the names of the songs are, and I'm beginning to
Yeah,
realize I need to
Toby Keith
update
is
my
great.
I
prescription.
used to be a cowboy.
Can I tell you guys one of the positives?
Uh-huh.
I mean, rest in peace, Toby Keith, real quick, man. Say that. Like, there is nothing really funny about someone dying of stomach cancer, except for at least he died skinny, you know?
Jesus Christ.
He was always kind of a chunky dude. So at
Brian,
least he
Brian,
was
that
like,
was
I
your
get to
that
be
was your
skinny,
takeaway.
you
That was your
know?
takeaway. The
No,
Paul
just like
Bears
a
are
little
gonna have an
positive
easier
about
time
it,
now.
you know? Like, at least, like, he's like, I
Yeah,
get to
with
feel
stomach
what it's
cancer.
like to be skinny, you
I
know?
love this bar. That's funny. I forgot about that song.
Which
Said
one?
just-
I love
yeah, Brandon,
this
all
bar.
cancer
okay.
makes you skinny, bro.
I forgot about the chemo part of cancer.
And I like you
What
put
did you look
stomach
up?
like
What did
it's
you
not a
look up?
problem eating. You
Is
know?
it just cancer make you skinny?
The stomach cancer make you skinny. You're just so wrong so often. I was hoping it was.
Oh
all
my
this.
god, that's funny.
And as soon as it populated with like all
Chemotherapy,
cancer makes
chemotherapy.
you skinny due to the chemo, I was like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. hey, but hey, if it makes you feel better, if Brian got cancer, he wouldn't be able to get chemotherapy. So
Yeah,
Because
and
of
then
your
he
health
stayed
he would just stay fat
die.
and
Oh
die.
no no
So-
no! I got a plan for that. I
The
got a plan
irony.
for that.
The
What an
irony.
idiot.
I got a plan for that. I'm going to go to Japan.
For
and
alternative medicine.
I will pose as a homeless man because they take everyone there, even if you don't have health insurance. So that's my plan.
You could just go to Canada.
I like how he
also,
says
right by
pose.
us.
Yeah, but
as
I
a
hate
homeless
them.
man.
I hate them.
Your
I hate
beanie right
Canada.
now, like, it's driving
Japan,
me
it's like Japan.
bananas.
I go
Really?
there, I'd be like a fucking force of nature, you know. and
I
then-
like wearing beanies and hats just because it gives this my only way of having an alternative on my head. because
Yeah, I just have
I'm
long
always
hair.
bald.
Need
This
to
is
hide
fine.
it.
No, it's just funny because I can't with you right now.
Come on, tell me something. What?
It's just your ears.
They're already
are,
calling me
like, sticking
fat,
out. I
dude.
didn't say you were
You
fat.
know?
I don't think that. I don't think
you're fat.
Yeah.
Didn't you just call me fat?
No, I said you're gonna dye the same size is what I said, right? Give me a playback, Brandon. I'm gonna need a
Like,
playback.
cancer's gotta make you skinny. You know? Regardless of chemo, you're getting skinny off cancer.
I mean,
it's inevitable. You know?
Man. So when you're like. When you're on top, like, do you like worry about, am I crushing her right now? Like,
Yeah.
is that thought that goes through your, I mean, we're both bigger guys, you know?
But
That's the
also now I'm
best,
kind of
though.
now I'm kind of good with like the
Yeah.
stomach to stomach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah.
let me just kind of barely like plank and hold myself up, but also like we're face to
Oh
face.
my
You
God,
know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
and like
don't fling
the
it up.
stomach
Yeah.
to stomach is great. You know, like remember they're equals; they can handle the weight. You
Yeah.
know, they're
That's the
they're
best
fine.
part, yeah.
I
Is the
agree.
weight on
It's
top,
great.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a big dude, I used to like sweat that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm
I worry
crushing
about-
her, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then she'd be like, "No, crush me."
Yeah.
you know, put
Whenever-
your foot on my
yeah.
throat, Brian. I'd be
Jesus.
like,
Whenever
I'd be like,
they're
oh,
done-
I'd be like, oh, baby.
Yes!
Ooh,
I always say
sweet
like, whenever
baby.
like it's done, I'm like, don't leave yet. Just stay. Like
Just
just
stay there,
lay.
yeah.
Just lay on me for a minute.
Push it in.
Pull all your
Push
weight.
it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's
I
a little
agree. And
stage
it's
5
like
clingery.
warm,
That's a
you
little.
know.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's good. Okay. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm just
Yeah, let me
terrible.
roll
I
over.
just-
and
You're just
I
like a
just
come
have
and
you-
run. Is that what you are?
Look at the time.
These are literal come and go.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's my next tidbit. Go ahead. Go on.
Come and
Come and
go.
go.
Okay.
No, that's not what I wanted to talk about though.
Come and go.
Okay, we'll talk about that on the next
they're
loop around.
they're changing the name. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so
Good.
so now it's my turn.
To come with a C.
Have you? Okay, you grew up in California.
I grew up here.
Grew up here in Texas.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up? In Texas.
New Jersey and California.
Okay. All right. Okay. I grew up as a military brat. I want to ask you guys, how old were you when you feel like you had your first memory, and what's that first memory for you?
Jeez Louise, dude.
See, I came prepared. And
that was in California. That was.
No. So my first memory is really fucking random, but it's two different like memories, but they're the two earliest ones. One was like playing in the backyard, and I was like, "I'm Raphael, you're Donatello," like with my
That's
brother and stuff. Like
adorable.
I remember that, and like taking like a little bandana and putting it around my head. I remember doing that, and like people, I used to live in Japan. People are like, "Do you like what was it like?" And I'm like, all my memories are like the most innocuous shit ever. It's like I was a Ninja Turtle in the backyard. That could have been anywhere. You know, it's not like I
Yeah.
remember the kimonos. Like it's
Yeah.
not like cultural.
The day
So-
I drew my soul.
Yeah. And when I got my blade from my blade master, like no, it's nothing like that. But and then the other one, like I remember being at a birthday party and we were playing Aladdin. And like I was like playing like the level where like you're like the lava's chasing you, and I remember everyone in the room was like cheering me on because I was getting further than
That's a
anyone else
hard
had
level.
before.
That's a
yeah,
hard level.
Like, oh my god, he's gonna do it! And I was like, oh shit.
That's Nintendo. That's a
So
rough
like,
level.
yeah, so that was one of my earliest memories. Was like everyone getting hyped, like he's gonna do it.
And that's
he's gonna
before
do
you
it.
could save.
And then Brendan's over here like
Yeah.
I wasn't born before like the N64 came out.
My first game system was a Sega.
Okay,
Hell
that's
yeah.
a great system.
Sega.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, Sega was mine too. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My
let's-
first
Sega
memory
CD. Remember that?
was
Yeah.
probably breaking my arm. I was like 5. We were wrestling.
Ah,
You know,
with your
That's
brother?
pretty
WWE. I was a
old.
big Jeff Hardy fan.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, you did the swanton and just fucked your shit.
Not
up.
even. I was just hanging from like this rafter, and I was
Have you
like,
seen Jeff Hardy wrestle lately?
No, I imagine it's painful to watch.
It's cheeks, bro. Like it's terrible. Like he gets up the top rope and like falls over and
Oh,
stuff. You're just
yeah.
like, is he drunk?
Dude, he's
what
like
the
45.
yeah, but Shawn Michaels held it together better than that.
Yeah, that's.
But
one
he
of the
wasn't a high
greatest
flyer
wrestlers
and
of all
stuff, you know?
time. Yeah, this is Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
This is
Jeff
jump
Hardy's
from
one
the
of the
top
greatest
the
of all time
cell,
too.
You know?
Jeff Hardy is one of the
I'm not
greatest.
gonna even greatest of all time.
He's
but-
one of the greatest. Him and his brother are one of the greatest 5 tag teams of all time.
tag teams. That's so
But
much different.
that's part of
You're
being
not
one of the
giving him
greatest.
number 1, right?
No, because he's only won the title like twice. We're over
Yeah,
here
they're
like,
my
you know,
favorites. But
versions.
Dudley Boys for sure.
You said
I
it,
want to
not
make it
me,
clear
yeah.
I don't watch wrestling actively today. But what were we talking about before
If you're
that?
still 30 and a virgin, dude, download this new app I just got. What's it called?
Field.
Yeah,
I
try that out.
promise
Try
you,
anything
it
at
will
this
change.
point. you
It'll
know?
change. Where were we going with that? Okay, so what was your earliest memory?
It was definitely New Jersey.
That sucks, by the way, that's your earliest memory.
I
But
know that does suck.
mine was
And
all
it's pretty
joyous.
Old too.
yeah,
Just
mine's
the
all
one I
joyous.
thought
Like, let's
about,
go.
you know?
You're just
Yeah.
like, my arm snapped in half like a twig. You're like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know that it's like a vivid memory, but I
So
do
much pain.
remember like in New Jersey, there was in our backyard, and I remember how the house was laid out. But there was this yellow plastic bin thing where all like the toys for the dogs would be, and then frisbee for me or whatever.
Yeah.
My outside stuff. And I remember our dog Crystal, who had this like beautiful strawberry blonde strip down her back,
Nice
and
detail.
playing out in the backyard. But that's how I'm like the yellow bins and then the door right there going outside to play with
So
the dog.
like the imagery of like the scene that you were in.
Yeah, so it's not like anything specific, but
Yeah.
like
the play
yeah,
center that you would play
being
around
with the
in.
dog
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it weird how like memory works? Like,
Mhm.
oh man, is that your worst injury you ever had? Was a broken arm?
I mean, yeah, I'd probably
What's
say
your worst
so.
injury
It's
you've
worst
ever
pain
had?
I ever felt, probably. No, I had a kid throw a brick at the back of my head.
Jesus
my
Christ!
That actually happened before the arm.
Were y'all
yeah.
fighting or was he
No,
just
we were
being an
playing
idiot?
hide and go seek, and he was a Native American boy, and I was a little white
Say
kid.
no more.
I feel
I'm
like
just
he
kidding.
was, yeah. I feel like he was a little mad about his ancestors, and I think he had the flu the week before, and he blamed me for it, and was just upset, you know,
Jesus
and fucking
Christ.
seen me, and
Look, it sounds like blood.
boom, bro. No, I just remember going, ah, and then. No, I just remember going, of course I bled,
about
dude.
to
My
say,
head
what
was
the
cracked
fuck?
open.
Yeah,
I still
that's
got a
what it's-
scar. It was a giant ass rock, you
Yeah.
know.
What about
Went to
you?
the hospital,
That's
woke
crazy.
up naked. That was weird. You wake up naked.
Not really injured a lot, but like I hurt myself running a year ago, and I have Achilles
So you are 40.
tendonitis, and it fucking I still suffer with it. It sucks. It hurts.
Yeah, like I was just living and
Yeah.
I was running. I
to the
ran
doctor,
too
you're
fast
like,
in
"Something's
shoes that were
wrong."
too old. Is what I did.
Okay. So
And I popped a hamstring, and I hurt both of my Achilles. Yeah.
damn.
You go to the doctor, you're like, something's
That's
wrong.
like when
He's like,
That's
"Maggie,
why I
you're
got
all
That's like when
fat.
visible."
Segura went to go.
Yeah.
That's like when Segura went to go dunk the ball and tore his ACL.
Yes.
It's like Jesus. But for
Dude,
me, I
I'm
was a
scared
little
to play
kid.
basketball because of that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
so,
I'm
I mean, I
waiting
still
for
am
that to happen to
sometimes.
me. You know,
was
just one day,
crossing-
just being like, that's not right.
He's
you
also
know?
like 15
Go
years
down,
older than you.
go
You're
down.
fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
I was crossing the street and this little girl on her bicycle just fucking ran me over, and my two front teeth, one was like hanging by a root, and one was like embedded into the roof of my mouth.
Oh,
basically.
snap.
It was bad. Like I didn't have two front teeth for about 4.5 years. Yeah,
Damn, you ever
because like
heard-
they got forcibly knocked out early.
Every
ever-
Christmas, it was the same stupid joke.
Yeah,
that-
absolutely. Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
yep.
Such a stupid
So
joke.
you knew
Who's
my
going to
life. Were
make
you
one
there?
of those?
Were you there? Look at yeah. It fucking sucked. All right, go ahead. Your topic. Your second topic.
Every Christmas, did you wish for two front teeth?
Just here. You saying that shit.
But he had to get it in.
Okay. So it was meta. It was
He had to
meta.
put it in.
Okay. He's like, that's my topic.
She sees. She sees. But guys, let's talk about front teeth and how great they are. Huh?
You have them. I have them.
Dare I say this? Dare I say
Winston
this?
didn't.
So I'm 30, right? And dare I say, you can gauge how someone's life is going based on how many teeth they have lost. You know?
So that's the topic
What?
is how many teeth you have.
Have you lost any teeth?
My wisdom teeth.
So you
had
wisdom
them pulled?
teeth, doing pretty good. You lost any teeth?
Doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good.
Oh, so you had them pulled, huh?
You
Yeah.
lost any teeth?
Okay, no, I haven't.
So I've lost two.
Permanently.
And I feel like that just sums up how life
did you lose them?
is going for me, you know?
How did you lose them?
One time I was chewing a piece of gum and I said, oh my God, the top of my tooth
Nuh-uh.
just came off. Yeah, that was crazy. Still went and played basketball. Wasn't worried about the Achilles that day. I was like, I got to fix this fucking tooth. Yeah, so I had to get that one taken out. And then a second one, it was just killing me. And I was like, how much for a root canal? And they were like $950. And I was like, there's a decimal in my bank account somewhere in there, you know. I'll let
Can
you
you just
decide
pull
if
this
it's
bitch?
before or after the
So
five.
they just
you
pulled
know?
it out?
So I just pulled it out, yeah. So I'm down 2 teeth.
No, yeah, I remember. So like, I always say
At
like,
least they're not my front.
Brush them.
I do.
Floss them.
Twice a day, I just smoke a lot.
Stop
cigarettes
it.
or
I used to smoke cigarettes. I smoked
Okay.
cigarettes 10 years, yeah.
yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
rough.
not anymore. Now I fucking smell like watermelon constantly.
I've
What up?
never really had like. I mean, I don't really deal with depression or anything like that. I've never really had suicidal ideations or anything.
Okay.
Not even ever. Not even a little.
I mean, I've been depressed in my life, but
Like,
I don't
you
have
never
like
been-
seasonal depression. No,
You
I
never
do
been
not.
like driving over a bridge and you're just like, I
Again,
could.
yes, I've had
If
depression.
I have the power to,
Look.
if I wanted to, I could.
Anytime
But you don't wanna
fast car
die, you're
comes
like, I
on.
just wanna
Yeah, but you're
hurt
like,
really bad.
one day
Yeah.
I'll die. Life's good, but if I wanted to,
No, that's never. No, I love living. I want to make it last as long as possible.
Wow.
No,
like
yeah.
no one's ever
That being
road
said-
raged you, and
But
you just
that
want to
being
take
said-
them off the cliff with you.
That being
Like,
said, the one time I felt like I was like, okay, I get it, was when I needed to have a root canal. I was like, if I was back in the day and I couldn't get a situation to fix this situation, I
Bro.
would have been like, fucking just. take
dare
it.
I say, no worse pain than
Yeah.
tooth pain.
Yeah, oral
Because
pain
you
in
need
general.
it.
Oral
You
pain
need
sucks.
it. You can't eat with the pain, you know? And it's just
When it's like
constant,
nerve
like,
stuff
all
going on,
day.
it fucking sucks.
It's just throbbing.
Have you ever
all
needed? Have you ever
day,
needed
you
a root
know?
canal? I've only needed one.
No.
Well, yeah, that's the different kind of pain. Like
Oh, it's
people say getting a root canal hurts. No, needing to get a root canal hurts. Getting it is salvation. You're like,
well, that
thank
shit
you,
hurts
God.
too. But yeah,
I mean, but
Yeah, I get that.
especially when the doctor's like,
I'm
"Oh, I
telling
went
you
too
right
deep."
now, when I got my root canal, that shit was fine compared to like the pain I was having waiting to get it. Like,
I don't know about you, but I've experienced back pain and can't do anything. At least you can fucking walk when you have tooth pain, but not back pain.
so is it just chronic back pain, or did
Have
something
you-
happen to make it happen?
Probably just working out too hard. I don't know, sick, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But with
But have
back
you-
pain, you can call out of work. With tooth pain, they're like, "What? You better get the fuck into work. Can you walk? You better get to work." With back pain, you're like, "I can't walk." They're like, "Ah, fine."
I don't know. I had Invisalign for 2 years, and that was awful.
Did you have dreams when you had it in your mouth, like of your teeth getting knocked out and stuff like that?
No.
Because I remember when I had retainer, like I would always have like dreams of like my teeth being loose, and it's because my teeth were literally moving in my mouth. In the middle of
Oh
the night.
God bless.
Ew.
I mean,
Put
that's
that
what,
in the next Saw movie. That's crazy.
that's literally what braces do. They move your teeth around. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like moving while you're asleep, you can feel them shifting.
You don't feel it shifting, but like it hurts. Like it's
Yeah.
like tight and it's like squeezing your.
I
teeth.
saved the first retainer that I had, the first
The first
Invisalign,
model
so I
of it,
could
yeah.
see, so I could
The
see like
progress.
how much better am I now?
Did you ever need a retainer or braces growing up, Brandon?
Yeah, I had braces for like 2 years, and
Okay.
I just never wore my retainer
So-
once after.
Yeah, you're like I'm out the game. I'm
Yeah, I
done.
guess, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
my
this
jersey in
will
the
work
rafters.
out. It's fun.
Yeah.
I actually pulled out all my own teeth. Like I used to like it. I used to get excited.
I actually
by it.
lost all my teeth pretty young. Like I was a rough and tumble kid, so all my teeth were gone pretty young.
Isn't
Like-
that weird that they grow out and
Yeah.
like you're born
Like
with that
have you
second
seen
that
skulls of like little kids?
it's creepy.
Skulls of little kids.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Like
because
the
some people
X-ray,
die young.
yeah.
Oh, I was about to say like where
Well, like, it's
Epstein's
literally- it
Island.
looks
Like where are you
jaws.
seeing these
It looks
things?
like layers of teeth.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have the little corn cobs?
It looks creepy.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, so many teeth.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever have those?
You're
little
born with
corn
your
cobs
adult
right
teeth.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I had those too. They were like fangs that stick
Oh.
out a little bit. It was
Jesus.
weird.
So
I
weird
can't.
looking. Yeah. All right. Last topic. What's your last topic?
Do you want Taylor Swift or Julia Roberts?
Taylor Swift,
think
fuck
Taylor
a Julia
Swift.
Roberts.
Okay, so Taylor Swift at the Grammys announced that she was making a new album, and it's crushed me. I have gone through such a depressive spiral, and I talked to my therapist about it today because
When
I've
is
been
the
upset.
same, is it the same release date as your album, or
No. Because
Because that would be tragic.
because and I love Taylor Swift and I look up to her so much and her work ethic and I love so much of what she's doing, but I wanted to see her rest. It has been non-stop. I know that's crazy, but I wanted to see her stop for a second. I wanted to see her slow down.
That's been Tidbits and Randomness. I'm
I
Winston.
know you think that's crazy, but I talked to my therapist about it today and she was like, so many people are feeling that. Like she's putting out another album. You can't slow the fuck down.
And this
for
is
one.
why the Swifties are the worst, bro. I swear
I mean,
to God.
God, for her,
The
that's
worst
amazing.
and the best. Like,
No,
could you
it is
ever imagine
amazing.
like having fans that care about you that much?
About your mental health?
Jesus
That
Christ.
is awesome. Your
Number
fans-
one, she's been making this album the entire time, so it's
No,
not
no,
like
I don't think so.
Bro,
said that she's
it's
been
so
working on it for
funny.
2 years.
You know what dudes do? You know
she
what
said
dudes
she's
do?
been working on it for 2 years.
No. It's been a secret for 2 years. I think it was done 2 years
We
ago.
are the complete opposite, where we're going, when the fuck is Kendrick dropping a new album?
Yeah,
This
well, I
is
mean, 'cause Kendrick be bullshit,
What have
that's
you
why.
been doing here? You're not even on
Look.
tour. You're not doing nothing.
Look,
and you
look,
guys are
I'm
like,
still waiting for
"Oh,
Dre's Detox, okay?
Taylor Swift.
And that was supposed to come out like in 07, okay?
But I think as a person that works hard also, and when I work too much, people call it a trauma response. They're like, oh, you just need to be in control of the time. But she works that hard, and it's like we're celebrating that. So where's the line?
The line is like,
know
if
what I
your
mean?
tour
Does
is
that make
bringing you in
sense?
$1 billion, you better strike while the iron's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. I think you're only at the top of the mountain for so long.
I agree.
Get there.
Right.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
said that
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to be less. I don't want her to do less. But also, I think I just needed
Look, all
to
I know
see
is that
it's
album
okay.
better be fire, okay?
I think I needed to see her like enjoy her new relationship and like live her life for
She
a
is
second.
enjoying
She didn't say she was gonna go touring with the album. She's gonna let the album breathe for a little bit, you know.
Who knows? Who knows? That woman has so many Easter eggs and plans and things. Like
Well, I mean,
Yeah, she's
look,
probably
when
already
you're
5
making-
years
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
future.
she's
yeah.
10 years ahead of herself.
She
for sure.
she has her own GDP at this point. Like, you know what I mean?
She
Like,
wrote that song about Travis Kelce in 2008. You know?
That's funny. I mean, I don't really. I think she's fine. You know, I think she'll be
I
okay.
think she's gonna do
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
of course she's fine.
I mean, I
Of
think
course
if
she's
she
fine.
we're not talking
But-
about Kanye West here, you know.
Yeah,
We're
she-
talking
No,
about Taylor Swift. She's
Right.
mentally, she's
She's
solid.
pretty
It's,
solid.
but I think there's a dichotomy where like women need Taylor Swift and women are also hurt by Taylor Swift. Yeah, hurted.
Why are
In
they
the
hurt?
same where we're like, we need to see her succeed because she's killing. She is the music industry right now, but also she's hurting women right now. And like, she put out another album. We can't even put her laundry away. You know, we're juggling all these things. And
No,
it's
but
like,
also that's a good thing to like aspire to be. You know, at least
That's
you
what
got
I'm
a
saying.
role model
but I
to
think
look
you
up
can
to.
have
You know,
100%. But I think it's both. I don't think. I think it can.
Here's
be
the
both.
thing, guys. Like, the albums are out. Like, all she's got to do at this point, show up to practice for like the show.
Are you talking about practice?
Yes. Show up to
Talking about
practice, and then
practice?
show up for 4 hours a night for the.
Hey, by the way,
if you
sports
told me,
reference, I
if
see
you,
you.
Thank you.
let's put it in perspective.
It was
She's
on
on
Ted
stage.
Lasso, that's why.
Eras is one of the longest like shows in a long time, right? It's like 4 hour show, right?
Holy crap!
It's a long
the Taylor,
show.
the Eras tour?
Yeah, it's a long show. It's like
3 hours. That's almost 3.5. Yeah.
okay,
Holy
yeah. So,
crap.
but here's the
So-
thing.
She plays
She's
teardrops
making in
on my
that time
guitar.
like $70 million at that venue. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you told somebody, hey,
Oh,
for
I
4
agree.
hours of work, you're gonna make $70 million.
Oh, I agree.
I think you're gonna get
Well,
a
I
little
mean,
bit more
that's
energy.
not-
Oh,
in
I
your
agree,
system.
dude.
That's
I'd
all I'm saying,
fucking
like,
learn Spanish. I'll do whatever you people want me to do. You know, I'll
Well,
fucking
that's
do
also
karate.
20
like,
years in the making.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like she just decided one year I'm
no,
going
but
to.
I'm saying like it's gotten to the point for her that like it's kind of like my first year teaching versus like my 5th year teaching. Like it's a totally different animal. Like she knows like her way around. Like
Yeah.
she knows how to multitask and
Yeah.
get it done
Can I tell
without
you guys
making it her life.
my favorite thing about Taylor Swift
Yeah.
is that when she takes a picture with a regular girl, and like the regular girl's like, "Oh my God, I'm next to Taylor Swift," and then Taylor Swift, who is like a trained supermodel, is like sexy pose.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
she's like
destroys
6
the
foot- 6
regular
feet tall,
girl.
right?
You know, the regular girl's like so excited just to be there, and Taylor Swift is like sexy. And you're
I'm
like,
like,
you
I'm
do
in the-
have to like conserve your
I'm
energy.
gonna end the
though, for sure.
podcast. I'm gonna end the podcast on this question. Do you think if her and Travis had a kid, that he would make it to the pros in the sport? If it was a boy,
That
Like,
he,
that
oh,
would
that
make
the
it to
boy?
be a professional athlete. Do you think he would?
I
If he
mean, he might.
aspired to do it, do you think he would be, or do you think
Yeah.
that having the Taylor genetics
Yeah.
would make it like a
Yes.
handicap?
No.
I think that the Taylor genetics would be a handicap.
I think that's
honestly.
too much white. You know,
I think.
Hey, that Kelsey stock's pretty prime though.
he ain't gonna play
Just saying.
quarterback. I'll tell you that much.
Him and his brother are both about to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they are. That is.
Like, you know what I mean?
cookie.
Like,
I think
they're-
I
when it
agree.
comes to siblings that have been 3-time all pro players, it's them, the
Well-
Sharps, and the Mannings.
Man,
That's it.
I'll say this: he'll have so many resources that he'll
The
have
Watts
a
will
better
join him,
chance
though.
than most people.
Yeah.
You know,
But he'll,
He'll be
be
going to the
fighting
camps
the name
and-
his entire life.
Yeah.
it's not that.
It's
It's
a
not.
gifted. Hey, we're not talking about LeBron James Jr.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
calm
not-
down.
yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's
No, I'm
not,
kidding, I'm
no,
kidding.
no,
I
He's
no.
get
not
what
a
you're saying. I get what
Kennedy,
you're saying.
you know, like
Yeah.
it's a Kelsey.
Well,
like, they're
being a
both
Kennedy would be
linemen,
terrible
you
'cause
know,
they'll be
they're not
dead by
like-
25,
They're
so-
not Mannings or anything. They're like linemen, you know.
But I mean, it's the same thing with like Spielberg's kids. It's the same in any industry. It's
You know,
like
if
you're-
Spielberg's kids made a movie, I'd be more surprised than expected. You know, I'd be like, "Oh shit, is that his kid?" Instead of like, "Of course he was going to do that.
I
It was about time."
hope the Swift Kelsey kid is a finance guy.
They're gonna
you
be-
know, like I
guys,
hope he does
guys.
something accounting.
I
Oh,
hope
the
they break
over
up.
under on this relationship is August of next year when the football season starts.
That's what I
All
was
right,
saying.
guys.
They might break up. Yeah.
This has been Tidbits and Randomness. I am your host, Winston Dean. This has been a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate y'all guys coming on the podcast.
thank
you.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you guys want to plug real quick?
Ladies first.
We do a podcast called Slide Into Your DMs. You can follow us on Instagram at SlideInPod.
All right. Anything you want to plug?
We do a podcast called Slide Into Your DMs on Thursdays. Slide into our DMs. Send us crazy shit. I'll send you a picture of Drake's cock.
And
Yes.
It comes out Wednesdays,
And
not
it
Thursdays.
comes out
Ryan's wrong.
Wednesdays.
We
I'm the
record.
producer
We
of that
record on
too.
Thursday.
And also, Brian and the producer Brandon have a show in Round Rock. If you're in the Round Rock area, every Wednesday, go out there, check it out. It is at Rocky's Piano Bar. It's a great show. Thank you guys for doing the show. Thank you, Brandon, as always, for producing. And this has been Tidbits and Randomness. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.